Hey Internet, I'm back, and I'm doing a video about video games this time. It's not a review of a game, however. It's a reaction to the... My chair is moving. It's a reaction to the Nintendo Direct that was today. So yeah, let's just go through the stuff. First, I just finished, it's been about 45 seconds, the stream. Actually, full disclosure, I didn't watch the Nintendo stream, I watched the Nintendo Fangirl live reaction of the Nintendo stream, because she does interesting videos, so why not? But yeah, I saw the announcements, and I'll just start. The first one was, Pyrrha, I don't know, however you say the name. Her and Mithra in Smash, which, okay, cool. I mean, the game didn't really need more sword fighters, but at least they have those, you know, power moves that look interesting and different than just, hey, I'm going to hit you with a sword. So, we'll see where that goes. The next big thing was the Famicom Detective Club North American releases, which, honestly, I think is really cool. I love visual novels. I love, like, murder mystery stories and novels and books and stuff like that. And I'm also a big fan of when we get games that were originally region-locked. So, overall, this is a cool announcement for me. This is definitely something I will pick up. Okay, Legend of Mana. I love Squeenix RPGs, so yeah, I'm gonna pick this up. Actually, I am a huge fan of Secret of Mana. I have it for the Super Nintendo, and I have a, not necessarily a homebrew, but basically a translated ROM hack of Secret of Mana 2 put onto a cart, and I have that for my Super Nintendo as well, and I've played it. And then, of course, Collection of Mana and all those things. I'm a big fan of the Of Mana series. So, yeah, definitely going to get this game. Okay, now Monster Hunter is a weird one for me, because I've liked the series for a while. You know, I have a bunch of the games, and I've played them here and there. And then Monster Hunter World, I really tried to jump into and just, you know, give it its due. Like, I tried to put a decent amount of time into it and really play it. And I even did some online play with a friend I had at the time, because at one point in my life I had friends. And, you know, I tried to get into it. I just can't. I'm not good at playing games that are purposely difficult and frustrating. I'm too old for that. At this point in my life, I don't want games that are frustrating. I have my real life for that. I want games that are just casual and fun and just good quality escapism. That's what I'm looking for. And Monster Hunter is a fun game, but only if you want to push yourself and fail a lot. And I don't. So I'll honestly probably pick this up, but I can't imagine I'll play it much. That special edition console and controller, however, those look sweet as hell. I'll definitely pick those up. Alright, this was an interesting surprise. I am happy to see the Mario sports games come back. I do wish they would have started with Super Strikers or Mario Tennis, but you know what? I'll take it. This looks interesting and fun, and yeah, that's a thing. Okay, now Stubbs the Zombie was a really cool, fun game when it came out. I had a buddy in college who got this game, and it was ridiculous, and we would go to his house, and he'd play, and we'd all watch, and it was just super fun, and the soundtrack is amazing, and I really am happy to see this game coming back. I know it's just a port, and also it's effectively a first-person shooter, which really isn't my deal. I think this is third-person over the shoulder, but it's basically an FPS. But I'm still definitely going to pick this one up, just for the nostalgia and the ridiculousness of the game itself. Okay, I'm not going to lie, I never cared about this franchise. I can't even say that it's bad or good. I don't have any reason for not playing it. I was never drawn to this. I never tried it. I never cared. I never thought about it one way or the other. So the No More Heroes announcement is just meh. And speaking of meh, I think we're at that portion of the Direct, because this just looks like shovelware, honestly. The card-based battle system looks weird, and it's just The pacing and the colors, it's bright and shiny, but it's also very generic looking, and this definitely just reeks of shovelware to me. Speaking of shovelware, why was this in the Direct? This is not... I don't know who the audience is for this game, but it's not whoever is watching the Direct. You know, DC Little Girl Super Baby Game, whatever it's called, is... I don't know. It's going to be like Barbie's Horse Adventure and the Dora games on the GBA and all that other stuff. It's kid-friendly shovelware that oblivious grandparents will get for their grandchildren not knowing any better. That's all it is. No one's actively seeking this out or buying it on purpose. Like I said, this Direct is kind of meh in the middle. Alright, I guess. Sure, this is a game. Okay, now I know I'm not still playing Animal Crossing, but a ton of people still are. And this is a really cool announcement. You know, bringing all the Mario stuff in, and actually those working warp pipes especially, that's pretty cool. And the fact that it's a free update and not something they're, you know, raking people over the coals for and making them pay even more for it, that's pretty neat. I do appreciate this. This was a cool announcement. Okay, I love tactical RPGs. Ever since discovering Vandal Hearts that my buddy Andy had on the PlayStation back in high school, and it was his real name, I have fallen in love with tactical RPGs. So this is absolutely a must-buy for me. I will pick this up right away. Okay, sorry sci-fi nerds. I don't care about Star Wars at all. I am the least interested in that franchise of anybody ever. So, I don't care about this game. Not even a little. Okay, honestly, I'm annoyed at the fake out in this trailer. Because the characters you see at first, which look like a knockoff of a Warcraft orc, the Counter-Strike soldier, and then just some little 8-bit princess, let's pretend it's Peach. That led me to think this was going to be like, what's it called? Brawlout? The one with different heroes that are like royalty-free parody versions of heroes in other games in like a big, you know, party battling Smash Brothers, basically. I was intrigued. Looked interesting. And then it turned out that, no, it's going to be just some generic shovelware MOBA kind of thing. And I couldn't care less. Okay, first off, it sounds like they gave away a lot of the story in this trailer. Second off, I don't care. But this one I'm psyched for. This game, I've heard so many people talk about this damn game. And I love dungeon crawlers, and it's looked really interesting, and it's actually sitting in my Steam wishlist, and I've contemplated pulling the trigger a few times, and I haven't, because this seemed like one that would just be really cool to have on physical, and finally, a physical edition is getting announced, and it sounds like there's extra content rolled in with it, so now I'm super glad I waited, and I'm definitely buying this. Okay, just like No Man's Sky. No, I do like that game. Just like No More Heroes, Ninja Gaiden is another franchise that I don't care about. I played the NES games. They were super hard, frustrated me as a kid. I'm certainly not going to go back and play them now because they're going to frustrate me way more. Like, I don't even like seeing the scenes with that game in The Wizard. So, I'm definitely not buying this trilogy. I understand there's a market for it, and it's cool for other people that like it. I'm kind of surprised that Ryu wasn't the character announced for inclusion in Smash, but, you know, cool announcement, just not my thing. Okay, still not as good as the first Hyrule Warriors, because it's a lot shorter and there's a lot less to do. It doesn't have, like, adventure mode or challenge mode or other things to play, really. You can go through the main story, and then you can replay the main story to get all the collectibles. That's about it. But there's a bunch of new content, so I will totally jump back into this game. I don't like that I have to pay a bunch more money for yet another season pass for a game. Nintendo is doing that way too often now. But, yeah, I'll jump back in. Also, I'm going to interject a little side note here. If they're going to do a season pass for a game and release more content for a game, why isn't it Mario Kart 8? Especially after the president just said that he was playing it, and now that I've thrown that topical reference in there, this video won't age well, but come on, revitalize interest in that game. You know, after dropping it on the Switch, they've done nothing new with it. They rolled in the DLC that came out for the Wii U version, but they didn't add anything new for the Switch port, aside from the multiplayer got a little better. On that note, at least give us Block Fort, because that's the best multiplayer map in any game ever in the history of video games. So, you know, throw that in, and give us 1 or 2 new racers, and a couple new tracks in, like, racy mode, driving thing, and yeah, that'd be great. That'd be cool. Do that. Okay. Thanks, Nintendo. Good talk. Yeah, I still haven't tried the first one, but I love RPGs. So I'm just going to go out on a limb and play fortune teller here for a second. This is a game that I will buy, and I will be excited to own it and have it in my collection, and it will go on the ever-expanding list of games that I'm happy I own but never actually get around to playing. It's going to happen. I liked these games back in the day. They're good games, and it's where Firebrand came from, and I absolutely love Gargoyle's Quest and Demon Crest. Don't ask what I spent to get that freaking thing. However, this looks like it's just going to be a digital download kind of deal, and it's not my thing. If it's not getting a physical release, I don't care. This is kind of interesting. I do like seeing old games from like multiple generations back getting re-released and remastered and, you know, revamped. So this is kind of cool. It's cool to see an old, like, you know, PS1 era game come back. I would have preferred if they went with like Vandal Hearts or Alundra or even Guardians Crusade, but this is cool. I'll definitely take it. Okay, before we get to the next game, once Anuma showed up, I cried a little bit. So excited. Yes, see, this is the announcement that everyone was watching the Direct for. We just wanted Zelda content. I mean, some people maybe cared about who the new Smash character was going to be, but Zelda, it's what it's about. And honestly, I'm completely on board with this announcement. I would have liked it better if it was Twilight Princess. I like the art style and the direction of that one more, plus Wolf Link is freaking amazing, and Midna is badass. But I will totally take Skyward Sword. I'm not even going to say it's a downside, because I don't know yet, I haven't tried it. The only thing that I'm possibly questioning is that the motion controls are not required, which is awesome. You can play the game just with buttons. But it looks like the sword still doesn't just have a button press to swing a sword. It looks like you have to do some joystick monkey business to swing your sword. And I don't know how I'm going to like that. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But I'm absolutely going to give it a try. And let's be honest, it could just be a game of Zelda pooping in a field for 5 hours. I'd still buy it because I'm a good little loyal Zelda fan. Also, those Joy-Cons, I'm buying those damn things immediately. I already was on Amazon. They're not up for pre-order yet, or else I'd already have a copy. Okay, this is kind of an out-of-nowhere announcement, and I mean, it's cool. This is definitely a good IP for Nintendo to have. For the people that like the more fast-paced and the multiplayer and that kind of stuff, this is a great game to have in their quiver. But I don't know. I don't care about FPSs. I think I've made that pretty clear. I especially don't care about the multiplayer ones, because I don't have friends and I don't want to play games with randos. That's part of what ruined World of Warcraft for me. So, yeah, this is a cool announcement. It's fun. It's a big game. They'll make a lot of money. It's just not one for me. Also, there were a few games that I didn't mention before. Like, there was Samurai Warriors, Fall Guys, Outer Wilds, Apex Legends, and the Borderlands one. Those are non-announcements, honestly. These are all games that exist on other current-gen consoles right now. So for the Switch to just be getting them, I don't know why you'd even announce that in a Direct. It's a non-event. The games are already out. Everyone who wanted to play them probably already did. So yeah, I don't care at all about any of these announcements. If Nintendo isn't getting the game right away, I'll probably just buy it on a different console. In fact, 3 of those games I already have on other consoles. The other 2 I don't care to own. So, yeah, I'm definitely not buying any of those on the Switch. I definitely don't care. And even like Samurai Warriors, I love Musou games. That is an exciting game for me. I just don't need to buy the Switch version when it already exists on other consoles. And yeah, there we go. That was the Direct. There's a lot of cool stuff. Super psyched about Zelda. Psyched for some of the RPGs. Like I said, the Animal Crossing content, if I was still playing, would excite me. I'm not still playing, but it is exciting nonetheless. Hyrule Warriors gives me an excuse to jump back in and play that some more. And maybe they'll raise the level cap a little and I can finally get those last 2 challenge levels done, because to hell with those 2 levels, and you know which 2. So yeah, there's some cool stuff. I'm excited for sure. I am a little disappointed that, like I said, there was no Mario Kart DLC, because there really should be. Also, some more details about Pokemon Snap would have been fun. And a Zelda collection that everyone is hoping for would be great, but getting one of the Zelda games that people are clamoring for in HD is pretty awesome in its own right, so I'm happy. And yeah, that's where I'll leave this. I still do have a game review in the pipeline that I'm going to work on. I just don't know when it'll be out, so until then, I don't know. Also, there will probably be another movie review. Hope y'all aren't sick of those, but I plan on watching the Monster Hunter movie now that it's out and available on streaming. So yeah, I'll talk about that when I do watch it. I'm forgetting how words work, so I'm gonna go.